Hi, my name is Shelly Tavares, and I am doing an informative speech on marriage. Just a brief overview of marriage. Marriage varies over time with different cultures and religions. It's a bond between two people that involve responsibility and legalities, commitment and challenges. Give you a little bit of history of some marriage laws. Ancient laws. Marriage was a union between a man and a woman for the purpose of one, ensuring man that the woman's children were legitimately his. Two, giving the woman the status of being a wife, and three, making the wife the property of the husband. There was a double standard of adultery. It was okay for the husband to commit adultery, but it was not okay for the wife to do so. The husband had absolute authority over the children and could actually pawn his wife and children for his debts if he wanted to. Some gifts that sealed the marriage. One was a betrothal gift or a promise to marry gift, or a bridal gift, both which could have been clothes, jewelry, money, or a dowry, which is property that the bride brings to the marriage, brings to the husband after they get married. Some of the husband's obligations were to support his wife and his family, and he was also free to commit adultery if he wanted to. And whereas the wife's obligations were to perform the economic role of tending to the home and taking care of the children, and she was not able to commit adultery. She had to practice absolute fidelity to her husband. As far as divorce was easily attainable by the husband. He merely had to go and make a public announcement that he wished to get a divorce and would be able to do so, where it was difficult, if not impossible, for the wife to do so. English common law. Definition of English common law is a marriage. It's a voluntary, private agreement between a man and a woman to become husband and wife. Marriage is seen as a basis of the family unit and is vital in maintaining morals and civilization within the family. The husband is responsible for providing a safe home, to pay for necessities and live in the home. The wife's responsibility was to take care of the children, maintain the household, and also live in the home herself. Some symbols and ceremonies of marriage today is, of course, the traditional white wedding dress with the veil. The bride carries the bouquet of flowers, and the bride's father gives the bride away. They vow to each other to love, honor, and cherish each other. And the couple exchanges rings. There's a custom of the engagement rings which dates back to ancient Romans, which says that engagement rings symbolizes, it represents eternity, and with the wedding rings, it symbolizes a union that is to last forever. Other symbols of marriage is, of course, the eating of the wedding cake and the throwing of rice. With those, I want to go into a little bit about benefits of marriage. For adults, benefits of marriage. Adults tend to be less depressed and less anxious than single, divorced, or widowed people. Marriage benefits leads to specialization in household chores, which increases efficiency. Certain members of the household, whether it be the husband or the wife, become better at and more efficient at performing regular duties day to day. And of course, more money. More money because both of the adults, the man and the wife, work. Benefits of marriage for women. Marriage actually reduces the risk that mothers will suffer domestic abuse. The annual rate of domestic violence for never married women and mothers is actually more than double that of mothers who have never been, more than double that of mothers who have married at least once. For men, benefits for men, they are less likely to use drugs or drink excessively. They have a stronger network of support whether it be with their own network of friends or with other married men. Earn more money. Men have a greater sense of responsibility, therefore giving them increased productivity to provide for his household and his wife. Married men tend to save more money than single men that accrue the same amount of income. There are also benefits of marriage to children. The rates of serious child abuse are lowest in an intact married family, whereas in step families it is 6 times higher. It's 14 times higher in a single mother family. It's 20 times higher in unmarried biological parent families. And it's 33 times higher when the mother actually lives with a man who is not the father of the children. Children are less likely to become teenage parents. They are twice as likely to stay in high school. They have a better chance of obtaining a job and getting a higher education. There are fewer behavioral and emotional problems as well. To compare marriage between back then, in ancient times, and now, the difference, one of the big differences is longevity in marriage. It's not as easily achieved now as it was, partly because when divorces are so easily to obtain, they're easier to get. The willingness of couples wanting to make personal sacrifices to make their marriage work are almost non-existent. There are a lot of newer, broader influences that tend to stray others from wanting to work on a marriage rather than getting a divorce. And I think society has changed so much in that it's harder for a family to survive and keep up with modern economic needs. Both husband and wife have to work. It's not where back then just the husband was able to work and the wife would stay home and take care of the family. Nowadays, because of the demands, both parents have to work, which actually takes away from the time that mom actually had with her kids, and to create that tight family unit bond. And that is the conclusion of my speech. Thank you very much.